Hello, good afternoon everyone. We are, yes, we are live. Back again with some more Euro Truck Sim 2, which I've got to say, I've fallen in love with. I can't get enough of this game. Got Promods 2.40 installed, plus we've got a few Jazzy Cat. Oh, hang on a minute, I need to turn that off. Hang on 1 second. Radio. Turn it off. Does that stop it? Stop. Okay. Can't have the radio on a live stream. I'll get murdered. I'll have YouTube after me so damn quickly. You can't believe it. Alright, bear me 1 second. I'm just opening up my tablet so that I've got a idea of what's going on, anybody's watching, any chat messages that come up, etc, etc. That's all done. We can see the game, we can see me. Hopefully you've got sound coming from me and the game. Anyway, so that's it. I am hooked on Euro Truck Sim. So we've just finished a little job. I'm going to go and see what upgrades are available, because we all love an upgrade. Like put lots of lights and stuff on the truck, make it look fantastic. I've noticed I probably drive slower than most people. Ooh. That I've seen playing this, but hey ho. What's this, a giveaway? Nothing coming that way, that one can wait. I've decided that the Scania is my favourite day-to-day truck. Although I am going to mess around and experiment with the other ones at some stage, but at the moment, just trying to get the profile built up as quickly as possible. You just hate it when that happens. Okay, nearly there. Whoops. Yeah, no, so mods wise, Promods 2.40. After having it installed for 24 hours now, I think it's a must-have. Changes it makes to the game are just incredible, you know, from new road junctions, better graphics. Talking about graphics, why is my refresh rate not showing up? Oh, you stopping to let me go? Very kind of you, thank you. Yeah, other mods installed. As I say, I've got some Jazzy Cat mods. Here's AI traffic mod and a couple of other mods that involve the cars that you come across on the road. Just makes everything a little bit more realistic. 2% on the tyres. You know what, I'm not even going to repair that. Right, what have we got mods wise? Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. It lied to me. It told me I had new mods available. We've got a new paint job, which I'm not sure about. I'd like that, but I'd like to be able to change the colours on it, and I don't know if you can or not. That's quite smart. Let's go with that one for a change. Accessory wise, we can now have chromey mirrors. That's cool. I've already got that. You can have new tyres all the way around, which improve fuel economy. Same in the wet. Road noise. Is that road noise? Maybe they're a little bit quieter as well. I don't quite understand all the options we get on these at the moment. Not changing that. We've done that bit. Oh, I can change that to chrome as well. And that one. Why is that flashing? I think the stars indicate new stuff that you can have. But I think I prefer that. It drags the wheels in a bit too much in my mind. I think we're going to stick with that. Interior wise, driver's plate. I think we've got one of those already. Do I? Nah, why not? Let's have one of those. I was hoping to get my little sat nav in the top left hand corner because I find that useful. Windshield sets. What's all this? I don't remember seeing these before. What do they do? Unable to find items. Well, there's no point in having it if it can't find any items. God knows what the Windows set does. I've not come across that one before. I can't do the sat nav in the corner yet. What can we do there? Absolutely nothing. What can we do on the light board? Nothing either. So that looks like it's pretty much it. God, that's a lot of money for not very much at all. Right, okay. Hopefully we've got game sound, which I can't really tell at the moment. Let's go find a job. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I heard game sound, so I can turn that down now. Still feel like a newbie on YouTube, and I'm not always convinced on whether I'm doing things right or not. Why am I not on the arrow? Where are you? I don't even know where I am. Normally it shows me on the map. Strasbourg is where we is. Strasbourg. Oh, now it shows me Strasbourg. So what have we got? Half tracks. 37 pounds a mile. Is there anything else that I want to do? Poland. Stobart. Woo. That's 22 tons. What's that? 11 tons. Still pays the most. So we're going to go for that one because we need the money. Got a huge bank loan to pay off. I need trucks parked there? No. I think I've become absolutely hooked in this game, and as a result my GT Sport profile is suffering. I can pick that up anytime, so I'm not too worried. Am I speeding? No, it makes a change. Over one more. Still making too many mistakes with this sat nav. Not always reading it correctly. Alright, let's have a look at the dashboard. Cruise control set to 60. Yeah, why not? What? 98 miles to the pickup? Well, I don't know what's happened there, but whatever. We'll go with it. Thought we were picking up from where we were. Yeah, so anyway, going back to these mods that I've installed, the Jazzy Cat ones, he does a lot of cars, like trucks, you know, all sorts of bits and pieces. I found they all work with Promods. They all look brilliant and don't seem to hammer the game too much in the sense of loading times or what have you, so they seem to work quite smoothly. Worryingly, about 30 minutes ago or so, my computer just completely crashed, and that was without having OBS running and what have you, so I'm sure it's going to be okay. If I suddenly disappear, you know why. I've been messing around with the graphics. It does work on Ultra quite well, but that's when I had the crash, so I brought it back down to high again, and I get this momentary pause every now and again in the game, which is annoying. You'll notice it sort of just hangs for a second and then sort of skips forward to where you should have been. Not even a second, sort of like a millisecond sort of thing. I've seen other YouTubers have the same thing with this game. I think it comes down to the game being sort of like DX9, and I think my GTX 980 that's in the laptop was built around DX10 or 11, I'm not sure. That's probably the reason why, but apparently this game tends to work better on old graphics cards. No. I think the community's trying to talk SCS into upgrading the game to DX11 so it will run better on newer equipment, which would be good. Apparently there's a new patch on its way soon, so they're still actively playing with the game even after it was released in 2012. Now, having this game now makes me wonder whether I should be getting American Truck Sim as well. It's going to be pretty much the same game, I guess, just with different trucks and different locations. I don't know. We'll see how money goes over time and whether we can afford to do that or not. Anyway, quiet time of the day to be streaming. Not really expecting any visitors as such, not that I ever do. Although the last couple of streams on this have been quite good for me. We've had a few people popping in and saying hello, which is always very nice. Always appreciate visitors. We are still a very new YouTube channel. Can't remember the exact date I started it, but I think we're still less than a month old. I notice my chest is still acting up. But despite that, feeling pretty good today. Pretty positive, feeling pretty well, apart from the cough. So, no complaints. Well, I don't know what I did when I selected this job, but I didn't think for 1 second it would be so damn far away. Could have sworn I'd hit the button for the town that I was in, but never mind. The game's all about the journey, and a journey is a journey, I suppose. Laden or unladen. This game has really got my interest. Just love the scenery in the game, you know, it's like travelling in your living room. Oh, here we go, rough road. This is where my steering wheel is going to start rattling like nobody's business. Yeah, in all honesty, I'm having problems thinking of anything that I don't like in the game, you know. Maybe if I wanted to moan about something, I could moan. I can't have it full DX11 and have it an Ultra. Right, where's this damn thing? It's not even giving me the job that I selected. I really do not know what I have done with this. Never mind. Now, I've got to say, one thing I don't particularly like is these pickup points, because I just find, oh, there it is down there. I find them complicated. Oh, excuse me. As often as possible, I try and hit the microphone to avoid you guys having to listen to that. occasionally. I'm not quick enough. Man, that was an awesome bit of reversing. Frank should be proud of that one, he said sarcastically. What the hell? Come on, get in gear. And sometimes I seem to have problems picking up the trailers. I think it's because I've got it on advanced and I'm probably not going in quite as straight as I should do, or slightly wrong angle. There we go. Oh dear. As soon as I come on YouTube and start talking, my chest starts off, so yeah, and my tea, that should lubricate it a bit. Well, I think yesterday I asked a question which was, I wonder if real truckers play this game, and well, apparently yes they do. I come home from a hard day's graft, ooh, struggling. Am I going to have to put the diff on? Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on. That's it. I do hope after a 96-mile drive I'm not going to have to abandon the job because I can't get out of this place. That would be rather sad. Come on, momentum. Need momentum. God. She's struggling. Because I haven't got an SKRS control or a gear stick for the G29 yet, I'm using automatic, and that's probably not helping. You know, saying before, I could use the paddle shifters on the G29 and manually change that way, but to me it wouldn't seem right anyway, so there's no point in doing it because of that. But the other problem I find is it wants to go through every single one of the gears, even when you don't need the sort of low range gears. So we're not doing that either. But, well, finance is willing in the future. We'll look at getting the SKRS for it. Still think they're a bit overpriced for what they are. I'm not being rude to the manufacturers or anything, but yeah, I quite often think things are overpriced, so we look left and we look right. We don't want to stop completely. we are moving. But being that I'm new to the game, haven't really paid much attention to where we're going. Let's have a look. Arad, which is way over there. I'm just hoping we haven't got too many bad hills to traverse, because that could be problematic. Oh dear. Unhappy camper on the left. I've changed my seating position inside the truck from yesterday a bit. I've just moved the seat back a little bit. Mainly because in the sort of like number one position, whatever you call it, looking straight ahead, I wanted to get more of the mirrors on the left in view. I might have changed the aspect ratio a little bit as well. The sort of, not aspect ratio, the field of view. But everything sort of still looks okay to me, so I'm happy with the changes. Well, I've got to be honest, I wish I'd known about this game sort of like when it came out. Sadly, I never really paid much attention to gaming news, because more often than not these days it's Fortnite, and oh, I've had my stomach full of Fortnite already. I know it's well loved and all the rest of it, but honestly, my grandkids do nothing but play Fortnite, and if they're not playing Fortnite, they're watching YouTube channels on Fortnite on the television in the living room. So every time I go in the living room, there's Fortnite, either on the TV or being played, or it's an alright sort of a game, but first person shooters aren't really my sort of thing, mainly because I'm rubbish at them. You know, but the first shooters I have played and the ones that I enjoyed the most are things like Call of Duty and Battlefield. I didn't bother with the last Battlefield because there was just so many complaints about it online. You know, it's not accurate, it's not ready to be released, blah 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 blah. So I didn't bother with that. I got Battlefield 1 and enjoyed it. My main problem with Battlefield 1 is like all the other PC shooters, is you go up there and there's people with aimbots, and you know, you stick your head out and say hello to the community, and bang, your head's gone. So I think if I do get back into first person shooters, sort of joypad it and do it on a games console where there's less chance of coming across hackers and sort of stuff like that. I was saying yesterday, I mean, I love GTA, but every time I go into GTA Online now, unless I jump into a server on my own or with friends, I just cannot find a server that doesn't have hackers in it. You know, they give you money, which puts you under the risk of getting banned for it. Some of them are quite nice, you know, quite helpful, but a lot of them are just pure bloody malicious, and they're there to ruin everybody's fun. Talking about online, I did the research I wanted to do last night into truckers online, and I haven't tried it yet. I've registered, I've got everything set up for it, so we're sort of ready to go. I'm sort of kind of disappointed in a way that I can understand why mods don't work on it. You know, that does actually make a lot of sense to me, because, you know, for a mod to be visible to everybody else has to have the same mod. So, you know, if you've got a nice paint job, unless somebody else has got that paint job installed on their machine, they're not going to see it. So I understand why, but I'm enjoying Promods so much that oh, tram lines. Yeah, I'm enjoying Promods so much of what they've done to the game. And am I supposed to be going down here? That's where the sat-nav's taking me. Maybe I am. Being from good old Blighty and a Londoner, we don't really have to deal with trams, unless you go to Croydon or somewhere like that. We don't generally do trams. I remember when I went to Amsterdam, in real life, not in the game, the amount of times I got killed, or almost killed, trying to cross the road, because traffic just seemed to be coming from absolutely everywhere at the same time, and then stuffed on top with that was the bloody trams going backwards and forwards. I sort of felt like just across the road in Amsterdam, I had to have eyes in the back of my head. But to be fair, you know, like most people when they visit Amsterdam, I don't remember much about it. I went out to the cafes on the first night. Thank God I had a business card for the hotel in my back pocket of my jeans, because if I didn't, my luggage, passport and everything would have been gone. After a couple of hours in the cafe, I couldn't remember where the hell the hotel was or anything. We literally arrived in Amsterdam, got to the hotel, dumped everything in the room, and then it was like, boom, off we popped out, straight out to the cafes. It was a fun time from what I remember of it. You know, it was a real fun place to be, but anyway, let's talk about that. But no, crossing the road in Amsterdam, that was, oh dear, somebody who's not used to it, that was pretty intense. Same as when you go to France for the first time. If you're an Englishman, you know, getting used to driving on the left is one thing, on the right, whichever side of the road it is. Yeah, driving on the right when you haven't done it before, getting used to that is one thing, but then the other thing was all the kids on the mopeds. You know, yeah, I mean, yeah, we've got mopeds and scooters in London. We didn't have that many, as many as sort of places like France do at the time we went. And I am sort of like cautiously trying to drive around, make sure I'm in the right lane and on the right side of the road and all that stuff. And every second you got sort of like teenagers on scooters buzzing around the place. Scooters, hairdryers. visited Germany as well, visited Frankfurt to literally pick a friend up from the American airbase there. That was fun. Lovely people. The Germans there took us out for a night and got us absolutely plastered. And if it wasn't for their guidance, we wouldn't have known where we were going again. It's a bit of a state. Of course, all this was in my younger days. I don't drink nowadays, so I don't have that problem. Nowadays, I just forget everything. Oh, do I pull out? Yeah, we're going to pull out. Yeah, it's not going that fast. This game's really, yeah, it's really impressed me. Promods, damn, that's impressed me. I mean, I've played the game so little, to be honest, I don't actually understand a lot of what Promods have done, but the stuff that I do see that I understand, oh my god, it's incredible. Stuff that I can say, oh, that's definitely Promods, you know, it's all done so very well. Oh, we're speeding. Don't want no speeding tickets. If at all possible. We're doing on fuel, half a tank. And that'll probably get us where we're going to. Well, providing we're not having to do half of it in first gear uphill anyway. But we'll see. Plenty of fuel stations en route, I think. If you're using Promods and you haven't been to Iceland yet, the place, not the supermarket, I had to go through that yesterday. If you haven't been to Iceland yet, I highly recommend it. Although use caution, that the snow on the roads there can catch you out by surprise, and some of the roads are gravel as well. I had one of the gravel roads drag me off almost down the side of an embankment, so to the 50 limit. No reductions for the roadworks. God, this was Britain. There'd be a 2-mile queue back at 2 o'clock in the morning because they've had this down to a 10-mile-an-hour speed limit given the chance. Little bit exaggerated, but I think that's one direction actually they might have made a mistake with the game. Every time I come across roadworks in Britain in the game, there's people working, and that's just not the case in Great Britain. They do the roadworks, but nobody ever seems to do any work. This is another little mod that we've got installed, which I found on Steam, which gives all the petrol stations proper names. Esso on the right there. Little things like that to me make all the difference and just make the game much more sort of like believable. that makes sense. You know, it's like the car packs. You know, having the occasional Golf go past you, or, you know, a Mercedes or whatever cars I've got installed. I'm not even sure there's so many of them. But having those in there rather than just the generic ETS ones, to me it makes all the difference in the game. It really does. I'm not struggling too much up here at the moment. As long as we can keep momentum up, we should be alright. As a car driver, before playing this game, I never really understood how important momentum is to truckers. You know, you got a heavy load on, the last thing you want to do is have somebody pull out in front of you and drop you down to a ridiculous speed where it's going to take you forever to crawl back up the gears again. Vadders. I'm not going to say what I think that sounds like, but so here we go. Oh, hill start. It's not going to be fun. Especially seeing I can't see the right. Come on. There we go. Slowly but surely. As I said earlier, I feel really good today, but this chest is bugging the life out of me. Is he going to let me go? Yeah, he's let me go. I don't remember last time I was on the road users being this polite. I mean, you always get the occasional nice person that will let you out or let you cross the junction or whatever, but we're on 50 limit. Foot flat to the floor, and we are struggling. No. Let cruise control take the strain. No, hi, somebody's popped in. Good afternoon. Hope you are well. Oh, scared them off. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Are we still on a 50 limit? Imagine when I come to these sort of places, I expect the speed limit to change, so it's on the brakes prematurely. Right, fuel station, we got what, 600 odd miles. I can't be bothered to stop at the moment. I think we'll be okay. I don't actually know yet what happens if you run out of fuel. I think there's a call for assistance option. I no doubt I will find that when I need to. The best idea though is don't run out of fuel, I suppose. because I'm sure whichever way the assistance is going to end up costing you. So much I like about this game. Sounds of traffic going by, the sky, the environment. I said in previous streams, you know, I'm not allowed to drive anymore because of health reasons, and I've always been a driver all my life. It's been my living, you know, my source of income. There's always been around driving, not trucks, primarily passenger transport, cab driving, chauffeuring. Done a lot of van work, you know, multi-drop deliveries, that sort of thing. I did a little tiny bit, hardly worth mentioning, in 7.5 tonners, doing multi-drop deliveries and those. That was fun. I don't know if that would be considered as trucking. Whereas when I passed my test, it was so long ago that you know, you could, as soon as you passed your test, you could drive a 7.5 tonner. You know, there's very few limitations, and then as the years have gone on, everything's changed. You know, I mean, like my license initially gave me a right to ride a 250cc motorcycle without any training whatsoever. So I can understand why they changed it. Oh, as it happens, I went out and did my bike test anyway because I wanted a bigger bike, and I ended up with a Honda CBR 600, which I absolutely loved. 151 miles an hour of pure adrenaline. The one and only new bike that I purchased, and it was nice, but it was missing more than it was outside my door. It was forever being stolen. And then I had an accident on it. Somebody pulled out in front of me on the way into work one night, and I ended up damaging my legs. But that didn't put me off, because about 5 or 6 years after the accident, I was back on bikes again. I went out and bought a Suzuki Bandit. And I've got to be honest, compared to the Honda, I preferred the Bandit. The Bandit was a bit older, it wasn't new, and it wasn't as fast, but it was a better seating position, and whereas Honda was very heavy on the front end, and very rarely did the front wheel come up. You know, you accelerate out of a corner on the Bandit, and you end up having to lean on the tank to keep the thing down. It was my sort of riding. So in general, because I'm not allowed to drive anymore, you know, I miss it. I really do miss it, and this game is going a long way to getting rid of that bug, because I like the racing games. I did a lot of kart racing when I was fit and able, so I do like the racing games, but sometimes it's nice to stop going round in circles and have something else to do, and this game really does fill that spot. I'm still not going to get any fuel. I'm probably going to have to at some point. Oh, are we going downhill or uphill? That was a big slope. Uphill. And then probably downhill. Downhill I'm not so worried about. Oh, is this really 50? Yup. Where are we going off? To the right. I make so many mistakes with sat-navs. Don't always read them right. There's some junctions that are just so weird to me. It says turn off, and I think, well, it can't be that one because the turn off's a bit further down the road, but then you find that there's a link road that goes between the whole lot. My chest, what is going on? Hang on, which way do you want me to go? That way. Prefer not to go the wrong way if I can help it. Oh, hello, somebody else has popped along. Good afternoon. Hope you're feeling fine and well. Enjoying your day. Oh dear. Cough, 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 cough. It's just as well I've got a little mixer where I can turn the mic off at a moment's notice. Otherwise, you poor guys that wear headphones would not be liking me very much at all. Alright. If I don't get to the mixer in time, I do apologise. Try and limit it happening as much as possible. Oh, what have we got going on here? 37, some speeding. Oh, that was a big lag. What's going on there? Munich discovered. I'm sure somebody discovered it before me. I'm pretty sure. Reset that. Another petrol station that I'm going to drive straight past. Now, up until I started the stream, I did have FPS on the top left-hand corner and temperatures from my GPU and stuff, but that seems to have vanished somewhere. Oh, whoops! No, it wasn't my fault. And we didn't hit him, so that's the important thing. Mere monetary loss. This is the problem with following sat-navs. In the good old days, before I was lazy, I'd be looking at the map and route planning and I started driving around London. I mean, I knew one road in London, and that was the road that I lived in. And I got around London for years and learnt it without the aid of a sat-nav. And then, of course, as soon as sat-navs came along, I got lazy. And, you know, you just start relying on a sat-nav and then arguing with it because, you know, some of your previous experience tells you there's a better route. Very useful tool, sat-navs, but it does make people lazy. I'm sure of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not the ideal way of doing it, but it worked. I do like all these little roadside incidents that happen. I've got them turned up to the max so I get as many as possible. See what's going on with that one. Looks like a burnt out truck. This game does a pretty good job of always giving you something to look at. You know, scenery during the day is absolutely brilliant. Acceleration with this load on the back is so slow. Back on cruise control. And we've got left 500 miles. I'm very much looking forward to building this profile up a bit, so yeah, so I can get a better engine, something with a bit more balls. I saw a mod for a 1000cc engine for this, but I thought that might be considered as cheating, so I didn't bother with that one. Though I no doubt in the future, as I play the game more and more and more, that will change. And I want to abuse the speed limits and everything else. More blue lights. People rubbernecking, trying to kill off people's momentum. This particular truck at the moment, I think we're under 500 brake horsepower. 22 tons on the back. It struggles up hills. I think we're carrying sand or something like that. One thing that I do find, we're struggling again on the graphics as well. Oh, that's a big lag. What's going on there? I wasn't having these problems earlier. I might have to stop in a second and investigate my PC settings to see what's going on, because I normally get little minute lags, but nothing as bad as that one back there. That's another thing that might put me off of Truckers Online a bit. It's it'll be good to go online. As I said, we're all set up for it, but the fact there's no AI traffic, you can't use Promods, it's gonna sort of like take a lot away from the game for me. I think for that reason I prefer the single player. But again, I mean, you know, that's likely to change my opinion on that as I play more and more of the game. At the moment, the priority is building up the profile so I can get a little bit more power under the right pedal. Now, there is a fuel station coming up. I think I might stop at this one. Far from urgent. I know when I went through Iceland in this, and we came close to running out because there just wasn't very many stations, and I didn't realise until I started out en route. Okay, turn the engine off, hit enter. Diesel price, £1.15. Well, it's got to be one of the cheapest petrol stations in Europe, hasn't it? It's normally about £6. £1.15. Where the bloody hell are we? Salzburg. Blimey. Come on. That's something you shouldn't be able to do. You shouldn't be able to start the truck while it's in gear. Especially on an automatic box. You shouldn't be able to do that at all. No, I hope. A full tank of juice. That's going to add some more weight to the whole thing. Oh, hello, somebody else has joined us. Good afternoon and welcome. Hi and all that sort of nice stuff. Hope you're having a fine day. Certainly lagging a bit more than I'm used to at the moment. I could have sworn I turned everything off in the background. Bear with me 1 second. I want to have a look at my computer and see what's going on. That's YouTube running. That's running, that shouldn't be a problem. So I can close that. No dropped frames, so that's all running properly. Got nothing running there that shouldn't be. Right, no, my PC is doing what it should be doing, so I can only think it's the addition of the few extra mods that I put in. Maybe I'll put in too many at the same time. I go about modding completely wrong, to be honest. I tend to go on binges where I'll go hunting for mods and I'll end up installing 10 or 20 at a time, and then of course when the game crashes you've got a problem because you don't know what's causing it. It's really, I suppose what you should do is be selective, get one at a time and do it over a bit more time. But I got away with it this time. Everything seems to work when I installed the mods. Binge mod downloading isn't generally the best solution to anything. This game is just so beautiful. You look at the sunrise. So I was running it on ultra graphics settings earlier. It was running okay, but the frame rate was a bit up and down, more so than what it is at the moment. But visually, you know, the difference between high and ultra wasn't a great deal. So I ended up going back to the sort of like the high settings, but then I increased things like I did a couple of things, like the mirrors. I increased the pixels and the draw distance on the mirrors, because of course they're sitting right next to you. You want to have a good view through them. You don't want it to spoil the whole aspect of the game. I think things like the grass I've turned down because shouldn't really be close enough to the grass to study it in detail. I've got to say, Jazzy Cat, if you ever end up watching this or somebody knows him, pass it on. He does some excellent mods. His AI traffic in his vehicles look absolutely awesome. A great job there. Little changes really do make a difference. Overtaken by one of my favourite cars, a little Mini. I had a silver Mini Cooper with a red interior, red-black interior. I love that car. Spent a fortune modding it. I did a sports exhaust, intake system, stereo, subwoofers and everything built into the the wells in the boot, so to speak, with a secret floor with the amp underneath some perspex. All look really good. Absolutely adored that car, but at some point I had to get rid of it. Gotta say, it's a driver's car. They're great fun, but you got to do a long journey. They're not the comfiest car in the world. Those run flat out tyres, especially if you've got a sports suspension pack, can get a bit harsh. Going on here, cautiously hit the brakes. I was considering just flying by in the outside lane, but you don't always know what's going on. Oh, that's a truck I've not seen before. Or should I say trailer, be a bit more accurate. I keep forgetting my tea is going to be cold. Running out of motorway. Vienna discovered. Whoa! Man, I hardly saw that red car in front of us there. That was very nearly a Punterino. Going straight on still. Damn red lights. Seem to be getting a bit laggy. Maybe because we're in town. Oh, lots of people about. I think it might just be because we're in town, but... More trams. Well, lines anyway. Come on, pull up the hill, you can do it. Oh, actually, we got a... There's no point in doing that because we've got to turn right anyway. Evergreen. Is this little roller coaster taking me? We're going this way. It appears so. Hi, sorry, I don't understand. I can't even read your name, I'm afraid. I would not even begin to know how to pronounce that, but good afternoon anyway. Is it Russian, Polish, Czechoslovakian? I'm guessing. This has constantly been one junction after another, after another, after another. It's like a plate full of spaghetti. Might be back on the open road for a little while. Just wondering what's causing this to be laggy compared to yesterday. It's got to be some of the mods I've installed, so might have to remove one or two of them just to help my poor PC out a bit. We'll get this delivery out of the way and I'll probably shut the stream down and experiment for an hour or two. See if I can get it working a little bit smoother. Not terrible, it's just a little bit annoying, and the problem is, I think YouTube exaggerates it, so if I experience a bit of lag here, YouTube's going to exaggerate that by the time it's gone through a decoding process, everything else. I checked my OBS, I'm not dropping any frames or anything, so... really must invest in a new chair. Sim rig or something. Because this chair is killing me. Such a lot going on. Cool windmills. Whoa. What was all that? Well, it sounded like somebody had a bass bin in the boot of their car. But I can't believe that that's in the game. I cannot for the life of me. Oh my god, we want to be going down there. I can't for the life of me believe that some of these cars have extra loud stereos in them that you hear when they drive past. But I've got nothing else on that would make music, so something caused it. What's that? Is that the border? Coming out anyway. Don't dent your car. God damn. Put your brakes. Bloody hell. There's one thing that this game doesn't do. From my experience, happens more often than not, is lorry drivers tend to get flashed when it's safe to move out, you know, whether you've overtaken somebody or you want to pull out. Generally people would flash to let you know that you're okay to do it. It's not built into the game mechanics. Well, if it is, I haven't noticed it. So far, every day I play this game, I come across something new, you know, whether it's a situation on the road, jet going past, you know, whatever it is. There's a great variety of stuff going on. So I put the cruise control back on. Why not? Right, sadly, as great as these mods look, I think I need to pull one or two of them out. That's the only thing that I can think of that's causing these little lags that I'm getting. And the hard bit is going to be deciding what to get rid of, because it all just looks so damn good. I mean, I don't want to lose the cars on the road, like the Jazzy Cat ones. I'm not sure if I lost the petrol station names, if that would make much difference. What we got left? Just over 200 miles. So I think we'll finish this, we'll drop this load off, and I'm going to stop the stream and start investigating what's causing this to lag a little bit, and see if I can sort the problem out and come back with a smoother stream. I mean, it's far from the worst stream I've seen on YouTube, but I mean, it's bugging me every now and again. It's, I'm sure it's going to bug people that are watching the game. More windmills. I don't know what those things with round balls on are. Are they water towers? I don't know. Or something we really have in England. I don't think we got that many windmills either. No, he's not going to pull out. Makes a change. Oh, that's a 43. Trying to work out why the speed limit was changed. I mean, the corners weren't that bad. I wouldn't have thought that would have warranted a major decrease in speed through there. No, I think that truck that just went past has a jet engine on it. Something big and beefy. Right. Yeah, see here, the speed limit's not changed, and that's probably more of a bend. Control I wanted. There we go. I think I've just about managed to map all the important buttons onto the G29. Got a couple missing. I mean, got retarder control on the wheel, but I haven't got engine braking, or I can't find anywhere to put the engine braking at the moment. I've got somewhere a little mini Logitech gamepad keyboard type thing, which I might use on this because it's got a little mini joystick on it, which would be ideal to use as a look control because it self-centers. might, when I'm trying to sort out the lags and whatnot, put that in as well and see how that runs on the game. Not quite the same as having a nice pretty button box, but it will do the same job, I think. Yeah, it's a bit laggy again. Seems to be when we come into towns or populated areas, so I need to find a way of improving that a little bit. We're coming off at this junction. More windmills. Much greener than England, Europe. And we've got some shoreline windmills around the coastline there, but I'm saying that, I haven't driven around the country for what, 5 or 6 years now, so God, I hate to imagine the things that have changed that I don't know about and I haven't seen. Every time I get that beep 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 to tell me that I've paid part of the loan, I keep thinking, oh no, I better not pull out in front of him. Yeah, he's got good brakes. Yeah, I keep thinking that I've just got a speeding ticket or something. It would be really handy if there was a different sound for the bank loan and the petrol station, so that it's sort of like distinguished between a payment and a fine. This is a heavy old load for a small engine. Debrecen. Now I'm sure that is probably pronounced completely differently. Yeah, no, it's lagging, it's beginning to annoy me a bit now, so I definitely am going to sort that out. We're going to end the stream when we deliver. And oh, a helicopter. And I'm going to have to try and sort that out because it's bugging me. It's not quite as nice as I would like it to be. We shall have to see what we can sort out. Now saying that, with OBS on, my poor little GTX 980, being that it's the mobile variant and not a full-size card, it's doing pretty well. I'm not surprised it's struggling a bit. I say, end of this stream, we shall try and sort this little lagginess problem out. So I didn't have this last night. It was as smooth as butter last night. And I'm sure the only thing I've done differently today is install a few more mods in, so we might have to lose something. We're at 95 miles. That's virtually job over. It's about 5 minutes worth, I think. Hoping I don't have to get rid of those cars, because I do like to see the real world vehicles buzzing about as opposed to the generic game ones. So really don't want to lose those if I can possibly get away with it. I think we're coming off this exit. As soon as you come off the accelerator, this truck almost goes silent. Imagine trucking nowadays is practically luxury compared to what it used to be a few years back. All these nice cabin interiors now. Automatic this, that and the other. It's a nice place to be in. Practically just a slope and this small engine struggling up it. "66 miles. Sort of impatient to get this job finished now, just so I can sort out this lagginess. It's really bothering me. "49 miles. There's different designs of power pylons. Nothing like the ones we've got in the UK. more struggling uphill. Oh, is this passport control? I thought it was all open borders now. Just goes to show what I know. It might be an open border. I can't see the little greeny stop signs. Yep, just to drive through. I know if you go into the Russian territories in this, you have to stop and check papers and whatnot. There's a lot of information on that signpost on the right to read as you go by. Strange speed limit, 62. Yeah, we're not going to reach 62 in this thing, that's for sure. Although I think I've got the limiter on. Might be an idea to take that off. God damn, what are those things he's carrying? Something nuclear? Okay, we are nearly there. Not more than a stone's throw away. This place looks fabulous. Again, I don't know what's pro mods and what's default, but I've seen some of the stuff that Promods has done in the UK. They've made some major improvements there. But as for everywhere else, I don't know. Right, back to a 30 limit. And a right turn. Right turn, Clyde. Answers on a postcard if you know where that what film that came from. God, it's an old film now, I know. I used to love it. I'll give you a clue. Clint Eastwood was in it, but in my opinion, he wasn't the star. It's probably around about the same sort of time as Smokey and the Bandit, maybe even predates that. Funny film though, Lynn Horsley Taylor, and I seem to remember being a girl in it. He's like a country and western singer. Grandma. That's Smokey and the Bandit. I might have to watch that again one day. It's been a lot of years. I used to love Burt Reynolds as an actor. The last time I saw Burt Reynolds was on Overhauling or something like that. And God bless him, he's gotten really old and crippled, and we've really got to go through here. Blimey. God, yeah, it's a bit tight. As the actress said to the bishop, or the bishop said to the actress. Oh, please do excuse my chest. I haven't quite been able to get to the magic button as quick as I would have liked to in most cases. Oh God. I need to go right to get the back end round, and I've got no room to do it. God. Reversing these things really is a fine art. Whereas if I go in that way, gives me a bit more room to do it. That's a bit better. Far from a good reverser in the game at the moment. I hope that improves. That should be enough though to get me to do that. Okay, well we're going to end this one there. I need to go and sort my chest out and find out where this game's lagging, so it's going to be the end of the stream for now. I will be back later on this afternoon. I just want to find out what the hell's going on with this thing, so I'm going to sort my chest out, sort some lag problems out in the game, and I will probably be back. So if you've been watching, thank you very much. If you're watching in the future, thank you very much. Likes are always appreciated, and if you can see your way to subscribing, that would really help me out being a new channel. Anyway, for now, adios. Have a great day, everyone. I shall catch you very soon.